I have a friend my age who had one child and she aborted him. This was in the late 70s, and she wouldn't mind my telling you. My friend doesn't talk about it, and I don't ask. I can see that it's part of her baggage, and I also see she has committed that baggage to God. I do not know if in the wee hours she counts years or thinks about birthdays or graduations or weddings. The 70s were a heck of a time. Don't trust anybody over 30, we said. We didn't think beyond 30 either, and we didn't know about how choices play tricks on you, how expediency has a short half-life that feels good, followed by an endless exponential decay in the gut. We thought we got away with something and buried the evidence, and no one would be the wiser. We even told ourselves it was wisdom. But James 3:15 says there is a kind of wisdom that's demonic. Edgar Allan Poe's The Telltale Heart is narrated by a madman. He boasts for pages about how cleverly he murdered the old man in his bed, the perfect crime. He lets the reader in on the painstaking calculations he executed to rid himself of the vulture eye, meticulously completing the deed by disposing of the body beneath the floorboards, and then conversing very naturally with the detectives who came around. By the end of the tale, his inner torment is so great that he implodes into an unsolicited confession. In the 1994 film quiz show, the detective Dick Goodwin has been pursuing a suspect in a rigged television game show. His hunch is that the man he is onto is basically a decent sort, and so he tells him this story. I remember 5-6 years ago my Uncle Harold told my aunt about this affair he had. It was a sort of mildly upsetting event in my family. The affair was over something like 8 years. So I remember asking him, "Why did you tell her? You got away with it." And I'll never forget what he said. It was the getting away with it part that he couldn't live with. When you walk into a Planned Parenthood office, they won't tell you how you are likely to feel a day, a year, a decade after your abortion. Why should they? They got what they wanted from this business transaction, and you got what you wanted, and now you're on your own. Matthew 27, verses 3 and 4. Then when Judas, his betrayer, saw that Jesus was condemned, he changed his mind and brought back the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and the elders, saying, "I have sinned by betraying innocent blood." The erstwhile affability was now exchanged for cold professionalism. "What is that to us?" they said. "See to it yourself." The names have changed, the ephods are swapped for surgical scrubs, but the devil, you can be sure, still comes to kill, steal, and destroy.